Greetings, everyone. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Computer, stop. Uh, yeah, so today is the ending of a crazy week. Basically, I lost 2 days, and nothing really. Well, basically, I lost 2 days, so I'm kind of playing catch up. And anyway, today is it's a great day for for catching up. And so one thing I'm doing is I'm going to be trying to clean up this VSS as much as possible because I need access to the next section of build that I'm working on. And I also need to start to prepare to close up the engine area. So I need access to the other side, the port side of the engine area. So so today is going to be kind of like a free for all kind of thing. If you got questions, please post them, and I'll try to do my best to answer. I have prints going on right now, so there might be some background noise. I don't have all the printers running at the moment, so I'm going to be adding more jobs for them to do. As you can see, I got stuff at the moment on these printers, so that's why they're not on. I'm moving things off of that VSS, and I don't really have place for them, so I'm kind of like moving things around. So it'll be, it's a typical thing. Um, just making do with what we got, And so I'm also, you'll see me also look and observe what I'm doing on the next stage or the next phase of the VSS. Because I don't have some of these ideas written down. They're all in my memory, and I have multiple. I had multiple ideas. I could do this. I could do that. So, which was the last one that I was working on? you know, so I have to refresh memory on some parts, and I'll be working. I'll be working those things out on the video, I suppose. There seems to be an air show because they got some World War II style airplanes buzzing around, and they're in formation, flying two at a time, and they're not trying to reproduce any markings. They're just like I guess you can just say like a flying circus kind of thing. Anyway, yeah. So okay. Oh, by the way, I also got one of these Razer type keyboards, and so I've been trying that out. Yeah. So I got things going on. Um, I'm actually rather impressed with the this keyboard. It feels solid. I've I've been using Microsoft keyboards and Logitech keyboards, things like that, uh, for decades. So I really don't deviate too much. If it works, I stay with it. And but I wanted to try something different, especially in doing videos. Anything for the eye candy. And but I'm rather impressed. It seems to be very solid. Yeah, can't talk today. Very well built, solidly built. Okay, can't talk today. Anyway, I'm going to get started, and so questions and everything, just feel free to send a message. I will now add the cam for the VSS area, and I'll try to stay within camera of this. Now, when it comes to the audio, that might be a different issue because the microphone's on the desk, and I haven't. Well, I'm still waiting for parts to come so I could put that microphone on a tripod and I can move it around. I ordered the wrong size of an adapter, so I have to get around for that. Okay. Other little things. JoeFest is just around the corner, and I want to say I'm preparing for that, but I've been preparing for that through the VSS. So that's going to be the main thing there. I'm going to be taking the VSS as is. So unfortunately, it's not going to be the full length and completely all done. No way I'm going to have the time to do that. So I'm just going to take it as is, and so I'm trying to get as much done on this section as possible. So at least this would look complete. And so maybe I can do some illustrations and stuff like that. So people who have never seen the VSS or never seen my VSS will know more or less what I'm trying to do and what the finished item is going to actually look like. So I'll try to have some illustrations made. The CAD renders done so people can see. So okay, I think I should get something to drink too because my voice is getting kind of dry. But we'll see how far I can go before I go get something to drink. Okay, let's see. What I want to do is no. I don't want to do solo layout. That's solo layout. Any way I could add me? No. Maybe I can move the order around. Let's see. Go back. Well, I'll figure it out, but I want to figure it out now. What's this? Well, solo layout for the moment, but I think if I yeah, so then I could do something like I could do something like this now. Okay, that's better. So okay, so anyways, VSS stuff. Let's see, what do I have here? Okay. So yeah, so let me move the camera down. It would help if I just hold the tripod in place. How low can it go? Well, okay, so here's half of the engine removed. Maybe I can improve the angle some. No, that's going to make it too short. So anyway, well, let me try it. Let's see. Okay. Kind of short there, but I can raise this part up. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to lock the height into place. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so this is what I've got done in this area thus far. Um, this is a little, what you call it, like a little music box. It's a little radio, MP3 player, that kind of thing. And I'm going to try to use it as a light show because when you turn it on, it gets, well, can't really see it there, but it has random LED flashings and such. So I was thinking maybe if I can put this item up here some. And you can kind of see it on the other side a little bit. Not too well. But since the idea was, since everywhere else in the engine area is going to be getting certain kinds of light, certain colors, as well as the thruster colors, was thinking, how about something that was a little bit different elsewhere? And so I was just trying to put some other kind of activity. And I am also thinking, if there's time, maybe I'll just attach it on there. I got some of these small portable speakers. They also have some LED lights that light up. So I was thinking, I got some black ones, but I was thinking of putting these white ones in the laboratory area, putting the black ones in the engine area. The idea being that I could have some sound playing back, like for example, the engine roar of a SpaceX takeoff. Could have something like that near the thruster area. So when you're at JoeFest, you're walking around, you hear this roar, you go take a look, oh, it's coming from the VSS. And with the other one, I was thinking of having a different playback sound, maybe something from Star Wars, not Star Wars, Star Trek. The background sounds of 10 Forward, people talking, chattering, or maybe the next generation engine sounds of the warp core. That thump, boom, 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 that they have in the background. So I was thinking like that, but so we'll see, because I need to attach these really, and I need to hide them so they don't look like they're speakers. They look like they're some sort of prop. But no time yet to work on that. So hopefully this week, fingers crossed, I'll have some time to work on that. Really need to. Yeah, so you can see with when the other thruster is on, this area is going to be sealed off, so you don't have the light from that going on the inside. And so that's a small little cube. I think I'm going to have to get another one, and unfortunately, it all requires its own battery. So after the battery dies, I got to recharge it. Fortunately, the warp core is just right next to it, so I can recharge it there. Well, anyway, okay, so I gotta get started with this. Oh, hey, glad you can make it. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I need to get into the habit of posting comments when comments come in. Hey, yeah, it's quite a bit of work here, but I'm going to move the camera up some so people can see what I'm doing now. So I'm beginning the cleanup process. Okay, I'm going to lock the tripod into place. Yeah. maybe I don't know. Can't really go further back. I can try it further back a little bit, but it's not really going to work. Just go back like 6 inches. At least we get this. Okay. Yeah, so this is the the monster, really. In a good way. It's a lot of stuff, and I got no regrets about the plans with it. I just kind of regret we don't have a bigger place. Maybe one day. So what I'm doing on the top part is that I got to clear out to make some space because I have a grid system that I need to see about putting on the ceiling here. It'll be upside down like this. And what this is for is to prepare the top part for my own flight deck. I'm not going to be using the flight deck that comes with the VSS. This will be something completely different. And since I don't have a machine large enough to cut MDF wood the size of the VSS, I have to do it kind of like a jigsaw puzzle and make tiles and make the tiles span the flight deck. So what I am thinking might work is to make some sort of platform, where the pieces can attach and rest on. These you can't really see, huh? These opened squares right here. That's to attach anchor points. So the idea is I have the flight deck. It's got ports or anchor points in whatever material, most likely wood, that I'll be using, and then I can attach those, anchor them into the frame, so that way they don't shift and jar. And it's not just simply laying on top; they actually have some sort of anchor. And I'm thinking, perhaps the top part I could have another set of grid, and then I have to go back and take a look at my original plans, but that's the idea basically. So it'll be in 2 parts, and so I have a lot of these pieces printed already, and most of them were printed in our location in Texas. So so they were done there and then shipped over here. I have a box outside where I have more pieces done, but I have a lot of them. Well, they're in here. I got a lot of these beams printed. Here's a stack of some. And I got much more. I have them in Ziploc bags. But you can see that I need to have access to the top. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do at the moment, just clear this out. And I'm not quite worried about where I put stuff. I just need to get them out of the way. But I have to also be able to find it, so I can't just dump it all. Because believe it or not, everything on top of here is going to be used. Everything inside is going to be used for this project. Nothing is going to go to waste. Yeah. Nothing is going to go to waste. It's a mess at the moment. But So let's see. So, anyways, in terms of conversation, um, let's see. Anyone watching actually have a VSS? And if so, is it complete, or are you doing something? Or are you still working on it? What are your plans for your VSS? I have to uh, get get the next print going. Sorry, I'm off camera. Uh, Gotta clean up. And let me start this print again. Set the temperature, set the speed. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I gotta move this out of the way. I don't know what to put it. These are the lighting fixtures. Oh, hey. Hey, working. Cool. Yeah, I know you have a VSS. I've been seeing photos that you've been posting, and think of the crew right now. I think you just finished either finished the crew or finished like what you plan to do with them or something like that. I noticed a while ago, and so here's one of the light fixtures, a little bit extra long. It's got pieces. I need to print the other side, and then I gotta attach this to the ceiling somewhere. I'll put it right there. Now this is one single print. It's going to be for the gantry crane on the main area on the main maintenance bay. I still need to do the gantry crane. I don't know what you call it, crane part, the car that rides across. But this is essentially a little bit more than half a meter long. So in terms of, it's like fingertip to up here. So it's almost a yard. Yes, yay, crew. Yes, crew all done. 40 at the moment. Wow, that's a lot. I have to start doing my orders on Marauders and start ordering. I wanted to order maybe like 5 figures each month. Keep it within budget in time for JoeFest. I don't have the time for that, but that was the plan. I wanted to order for that. So anyway, but yeah, a 40-person crew is a nice size one. That would be something I would love to see on my VSS as well. 40 dedicated crew, that would be great. And then of course, you have non-crew members, the visiting troops, troops you're going to send off on some mission, things like that. Things that are not of the crew. Got vehicles, the pilots and stuff like that. So yeah, that's going to be a nice looking VSS when it's all fleshed out. So anyway, this gantry crane part is a little bit shorter than the width of the VSS, and so that's so I can attach it and put things on the sides. So it'll be basically up here, but you can. The idea is, you just put a gantry crane, just move things back and forth. Have the car going back and forth like that too. So it's all removable, and the way the gantry crane parts attach Will take a little bit of adjustment, but started to print some kind of like a hook. This rests on top of the MDF side walls, and the idea is you attach. Actually, you attach the gantry, one gantry rail to the hook parts. One here, one in the middle. And so the idea is that if you need to quickly remove it, you can just lift it up. And so it's not a permanent fixture. It could be. I included some drill holes there so you can put a hex, an Allen screw, something like that, some sort of hex nut in the back. So the idea is that if you do want to make it more secure or more permanent, you have an area where you can drill into the MDF. But of course, with this project, I'm trying to make it as non-destructive as possible. So you should be able to get these items when they're on the store and apply it to your own VSS as non-destructively as possible. So I'm trying to minimize drilling, minimize cutting, minimize all those things. So just take it, assemble, and put it in. That's the goal, at least. Now this one, unfortunately, is a little bit longer. I have a greeble on the other side I didn't account for. So I actually have to shave off like 1 or 2 millimeters just to make it fit. It's a bit too tight at the moment. I could force it in, but force things in, bad things can happen. So yeah. Oh, for people who want new props. Okay, so the schedule about new props. The props are coming, new ideas, new stuff, new things, a lot of them. And some of them are in the works right now. Some of them are in the works for just to flesh out the VSS. And the idea is that as I start to work on the interior of the VSS, I'll be making new stuff for that. And so I have a number of props already in the design, and some of them are just simple generic background type machinery. They're just there to fill in the backgrounds, and I got a bunch of those types of stuff. Some of them are simple boxy looking things. Others, you really can't see this one, but others are more modular, different sizes. Some of them are designed to hang upside down. Some of them are designed to just hang on the wall. I also have a number of kiosks, like of computer stuff, and so I'm working on that. I'm trying to also build up inventory of these things too. So everything is busy these days. Everything. And the thing of the kiosk is, here's one. It's a simple one. So this one here, come with a styrene or acrylic. I haven't decided. Surface. This could have an acrylic display here. Or what I'm thinking of doing is also putting another 3D printed part where I can suspend a keyboard somewhere. You can kind of see it like that. Suspend a key. Can't see with all this glare, huh? Well, trust me, you'll be able to see it. Oh, maybe I could do over here. Yeah. So you got, maybe some sort of keyboard in the front. Some other item can be attached And anyway, the nice thing about this shape is that you could put it against a wall, or you could have some other item, some other prop, position right next to it. You get really, really close. So it's going to be a very flexible prop. Older stuff that you've probably seen in older pictures of my VSS bridge, computer screens, things like that hang upside down. They hang on the ceiling. I just need to work out a few little things, but essentially, they're mounted so you can, have things above the figure to look at. And of course, they're all compatible to the rack computer parts that we do. Okay. Yeah. I gotta put these things. Extremely useful. Things like this. I bought these in a Daiso store in Bangkok for like $1 or something like that. And yeah, I just got, it came in a pack of 4. So I just got 1 pack. I should have bought like 2 more at least. Extremely useful for all sorts of things. So what I do in place is use binder clips. So also very useful. I don't know where this wire is coming from. Oop. I'll put this here. Let's see. Okay. My foot. Okay, good. It's been a busy week also. I got orders back there that are just about ready to be shipped out. Here's a supercomputer going out to someone. So I'm going to move it to the front. Okay. Oh, let's see. Can you all actually see that now? Maybe I need to raise up the camera some. Like the full height. Okay. Airplanes. Okay. So this is the another grid part. Kind of matches this other one. I have to join them together. It's been a while. I have to kind of see where I left off with them. So this one goes port side. This one will go starboard side. Too many things. Let's see. So this would have fit like that. Okay. Now I also have to consider the gantry crane. So this would also fit like that over here. Well, the measurements do add up. Now what I need to also consider is the how I'm going to have the walls on the inside. Because the way this works, let's see, this notch right here, the MDF wall, sits, this sits right on top of the wall like that. It's notched so I can have a little bit of a wiggle room. And so it's this part down here that I have to see how it's going to, if it's going to interfere or not with greebles. I don't think it will. I think this sits high enough. It's not going to interfere. Okay. Oh, I've been looking for this. No, I'm just kidding. So this is going to be somewhere. I'm just guessing the length to be somewhere over here. Maybe over here. I don't think it'll be this close. And another one will be somewhere over here. I've got to go take a look. The nice thing is that if I need to change the parts, let's say for example I need to make an adjustment, I don't have to see about printing the big parts again. All I have to do is just print the small stuff. I don't think, yeah. So all the larger beams, they're joined by a small piece. And so if I need to do any adjustments, the small pieces really just need to be reprinted. And that will be for like changing the shape, increasing the height, increasing the length. So everything else basically can stay the same. It's just the small parts. Okay. Yeah. So I'll put this back. And so I also need to work on the frame part for this over here. And I have pieces for that too. Yeah, it's going to be kind of tight, but it's going to work. I believe it's going to work. I may have to make an adjustment for this side, but for this wall, but I don't have to do anything for this wall. Then I have then I have the light joisting for the lights. Got to figure how many more do I need, and I got to figure where they're going to go. And I can't quite finish this part of the lights yet until I determine how the beavels on the walls will be. So, things are pending for other things to get completed. Oh, let's see, where did I leave off? Yeah. I mentioned before I got to redesign it, but here's like a can kit to do a simple prop. Just I want to fix up the middle, fix up some parts here and there, and redo this. But I'm going to make this available on the store. So if people want to just simply add a background prop to their dioramas, they can use a can for it, and then just design around the can. I think this is going to have like a platform thing on top. Hey, this is a good size. Wasn't designed for it, but this is a good size. I can use it. So I could do it where I could have a attachment for a ladder, maybe railing. So with a 1/18 scale figure, let's use Storm Shadow. Kind of tall in terms of the railing, 50 millimeters more. So you have an OSHA compliant railing. So it's all coming together. So I gotta put this right here. Moment. I look in here and I see it's a pile. So I'm trying to think what's my next approach. No, my next approach has to be the top parts here. The top grid. So what I got to do with that? Let me show you. I got a whole bunch more of that stuff printed. Let me get them from the other room. Okay. It's a tight squeeze. I don't want to tip the camera. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I got a lot more. Oh, this camera's better. I got a lot more of these things printed out there in Texas. So now everything is labeled. Okay, that's good. So it becomes a little jigsaw puzzle. So these are enough beams. This in the previous set that I showed, these are enough beams to finish off this top part. And what I need to do next then is print the attachment points. Where did I put this now? Yeah, I guess I'll put these right here. Okay. I tell you, I'm getting tired of just walking around here. Oh. Sitting back, enjoying the VSS. Oh, a note to Victor. Thank you. This is a really fascinating project. I tell you one thing why I like the VSS a lot is that it's a platform that you can customize in a way that you haven't seen anyone else customize something before. And that's probably in terms of G.I. Joe, one thing that I like about Cobra is that Cobra can break the rules. With G.I. Joe, you're staying within the a rigid military structure. And yeah, the Joe team has some leeway. That's why everyone dresses in different uniforms, I suppose. So they're a bit more relaxed, you know. Authority figures let the Joe team basically be comfortable with themselves and do things as they see fit with very little oversight. And that works for the Joe team because everyone knows the Joes are highly professional. And now with Cobra, you know, Cobra doesn't have that structure to bind them. So Cobra can do other things, change the style, change the approach, basically change the rules. So something like the VSS, you know, it's started off as an aircraft carrier for the ocean, you know, but it's a totally different shape, totally different look. As a space carrier, why not? And you know, so one thing that I like about doing a space version of the VSS is basically how industrial the interior is going to look. Those beams, I really like the way the beams have that. Yeah, it's a sci-fi look, but it has that very, you know, metal warehouse look to it. I didn't realize that the LED lights make the interior that bright. In reality, in real life, it's not really that bright. Um, I got some IKEA lights in there too. They're changing color. The ones that are not changing color is the big long LED strip. That's just white. And it's not really a yellow white either, a warm light. It's a cold, slightly bluish tint light. And I really need to have yellow light in there to balance the blue tint. Um, thinking. Oh, so anyway, yeah, that's not the last to do with the VSS, the ceiling part. I also have to work on the sides. And so, what will be shown at JoeFest? Most likely, it'll be. Maybe I should have some fun. Maybe I should get some yellow and black tape. That something that indicates under construction, that kind of thing. And it's a construction zone because it's going to look like it's going to be under construction, and it is. So but maybe I should put like a little barrier around, under construction, caution, men at work, that kind of thing. Maybe I wonder what Uline in their catalog has to offer on something like that. Nothing fancy, because I want people to approach and come in. This, the little barrier thing is just for show. Oh man, I kind of forgot about doing the crew. I mean, I remembered, but things happen. Next thing you know, it's the new year. It's 2021, and next thing you know, JoeFest is around the corner, and then you think, oh gosh, that's right, I have a crew to build. Okay. What I also need to do today. I'm going to do it on CAD and laser cuts. I need to prepare the sides here because I need to do the exterior walls for the engine, interior greebles, the ones that they're angled here, and I have to assemble the middle ceiling parts. I have this side done. I think it's here. No, these are the sides. Where do I have it? Well, there it's on the couch. I'm not going to go get it. But I have the ceiling part here. And what I need to do next is I need to order some metallic rust paint. I got stuff like this. This one is the bronze. This one still has stuff. You can hear it. And so this still has paint. What it is with these paints is that they have real metal filings in there. And so what happens is that when the paint dries, you have metal that's exposed, and so it will tarnish and rust and oxidize. So the bronze has, it will do a bronze oxidation effect. The more you put, the more of a oxidized patina you'll get, and with the iron, you'll get more of a rust color. Give you an idea. Yeah. Well, this one here, more rust. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. So this one is just 3D printed plastic. with the rust stuff on there. And the thing about it is that it's real metal. If you put enough of this iron one on a surface, it will have some magnetism. So that's something interesting for later. But the thing is that it's never going to stop oxidizing. As long as there's iron in there exposed to the air, the moisture in the air and all that, it will always be oxidizing. So what you see here this year, next year it'll be a little bit more, and then next year after that a little bit more. So unless you do something like you seal it with some other clear coat, clear top of something, but it's always going to be ever changing. And fortunately, this has been like this for years right now, like around 5 years or so, or a little bit more. But this rust area here has deepened. The red part has deepened a little bit. Same thing here. And so who knows, maybe in 5 years more it'll be a little bit more. It slowly oxidizes. It's not like boom. Now they do have an oxidizing agent you apply to speed up the process, and so that one does not have that agent. It's just painted on. So I need to order more of those because I have greebles. I need to, on the outside, I need to paint. And I know there's going to be some flack about rust in space. Where's the oxygen? But hey, if it looks good, I'll do it. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the video because I need to get started on stuff for the next set. I also have orders I'm going to be printing so I can start doing the quality control stuff tonight and have some more orders ready to go out on Monday. So I'm going to change what these things are printing right now and start printing some of those. I also need to prepare parts that will be used for the VSS on these machines. Specifically, what I have intended is so I have this ring. Okay, it's a platform piece. I need to finish doing the turntable part so it can rotate. But basically, you put a weapon system on there, and the weapon system, will rotate, move, things like that. But because the surface of the VSS here is very greebleized, I was thinking what would be nice would be to have like a beam suspending this platform off of the surface just a little bit, and then you have the weapon system on there. And so I need to do, it's just 2 prints. So I just need to do that on one of these machines, get that over with, attach this, and then work on the turntable part. I need to do, I have about 5 of these done. So I hope to, in time for JoeFest, have these placed, these weapon platforms placed throughout the VSS. I'm not quite sure exactly where they're going to go yet, but they're going to go somewhere. And they're kind of big, so a figure should be able to walk around, things like that. I know up in space that won't matter, but I suppose if this vessel can enter Earth's atmosphere, maybe Cobra can develop an anti-gravity thing so it can hover in the upper atmosphere. In which case, you'll have rust, and so I'm thinking that would be pretty cool to do. I need to come up with some other weapon systems. An Odin system is in the works. I'm almost done with that. An Odin system, G.I. Joe, the G.I. Joe Retaliation. Was it Retaliation? I think so. The movie, second movie. Large rods, just using kinetic energy. They're launched from orbits, and by the time they impact the ground, they have enough kinetic energy built up. It's like having a nuclear weapon without the nuclear fallout. So the VSS, this one will have that. I'm also designing this Odin system as a standalone satellite. So if you don't have a VSS, but you still want to have some sort of orbital adventure, you could have some sort of either an Air Force project, or that the Joes must defend, or a Cobra project that the Joes must defeat. And so it'll be a satellite with a satellite weapon system. So that's in the works, and I don't know if I'll have time to complete it in time for JoeFest, but that will be a nice little project. And that opens up the door to also say some other things that I hope all comes together by time for JoeFest. Announcements on figures, announcements on Kickstarter, announcements for perks on Kickstarters. I'm trying to time everything together, so I don't want to spill the beans too early on any of those projects. But there's a lot of stuff that's coming around the corner. So hopefully I can start spilling the beans at JoeFest. So that would be nice. There's a lot of stuff nowadays that we just keep silent about. In the past, we were more vocal, especially me. And but going to JoeCon and talking to certain people later on, I find out that guess what? They're doing similar ideas. Well, did they lift your ideas? No, but at the same time, it's like, it's like, okay, maybe next time, just to be on the safe side, as they say, loose lips sink ships. So I better get into the habit of not talking about future plans until I can release them. So I apologize for being tight-lipped on certain things at JoeFest. So you'll understand. Loose lips sink ships. So okay. Well, with that said, I am going to start wrapping up. There's a few other projects I am trying to get out of the way. There's orders that are still being put together, and they will be going out on Monday. There's a bunch of small orders. I haven't forgotten you guys. I'll be sending those out as soon as I can as well. So, like I said at the beginning of this video, I kind of lost 2 days. Yesterday was just out of it, but the previous day was just completely lost. So I'm kind of playing catch up a little bit, and switching gears also into the final length before JoeFest. I was about to say JoeCon. Okay, folks, more stuff coming down the road. New props, new ideas, new things, and some of them I haven't touched on, but as I look over there, they're at the corner of my eye, and I'll have to touch on them later. So with that said, I'm going to go get something to eat. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Okay, bye-bye.